Welcome to the South Hockey Network, everybody, live on YouTube, live from the Glenview Community Ice Center here as we enter the second half of December. It is the Titans' final game before some time off for the holidays and winter break. This is the Wintrust South Hockey Network. We thank Glenview Bank and Trust for being our presenting sponsor all season long, making these broadcasts possible. My name is Dylan Ward. Gerard Boris, of course, our technical engineer. Brad Cesario, our chief scoreboard operator. But I've got a new face here in the booth joining me with the headset. None other than my cousin, Tommy Maher. Tommy, good to have you on the South Hockey Network.
Glad to be here, Dylan. I appreciate the invite, and I'm excited to watch some South hockey.
Yeah, Tommy actually was on a broadcast a long time ago. I think that was actually 2021 when the Titans were playing the Evanston Wildcats in the Ho-Ho Classic tournament. Actually, right around this time of year, back in 2021. But we've got an SHL regular season game today as the Titans play the St. Viator Lions. And Tommy, for those of you who don't know, which is probably just about everyone, is a former hockey player, but at a very young age you stopped and you went the baseball route. You're a pitcher, you played GBS, you graduated in 2017, and you went on to St. Norbert's College up in Wisconsin, and we're a Division III pitcher up there. So while your hockey knowledge might be a tad limited, Tommy, you know what it means to play a sport at a high level. So this should be a fun game.
I mean, I know what it's like to be on a team. I'll tell you one thing you don't realize that you have until it's gone is being on a team with a bunch of guys like this. I mean, it's all about the camaraderie. I mean, once you leave a sport, you really realize what you had. So looking at these guys, I mean, this is their prime. This is hockey. This is high school hockey, and this is the time to shine and show what they got, really, to be honest.
Well, the Titans playing the St. Viator Lions today, and this is their second meeting of the season. The Titans won 3-2 their first time meeting. It was actually 2-1 St. Viator going into the third period before the Titans came back, including the game-winning goal by Benji Pajerski with just about 30 seconds to go as warm-ups have expired, and the teams will meet by their benches. First period just about to get set here, 17 minutes on the clock. As some of you might remember, a few weeks ago I had Jimmy, my cousin, in the broadcast booth, and of course Tommy are on the same side of the family. And as a matter of fact, Tommy, you know our 1,000th subscriber, Brody Bro.
Brody Bro, the legend himself. Yeah, we grew up next to him. He was a great guy. He was always outside with his kids. I heard the broadcast, and I was excited that Brody had the opportunity to have a candlelit dinner with you, which never happened. You only brought him on the broadcast. There was no candle involved.
Yeah, should have had a candle, as you point out.
Should have had a candle.
All right, well, before we get started, we'll announce our guesses for the penalty game. This is our fourth game in a row doing this. So for me, I have Hogan for roughing. Brad Cesario also has Hogan for tripping. And Tommy, you guessed Waltuck for tripping. And Gerard said Speck for cross-checking, and Gavin said Hukala for hooking. So, again, Tommy, we've been doing this now 3 games in a row coming into this one, and go figure, in the last 3 games, the Titans' opponent did not take a penalty in any of those games.
Really?
So, yeah, we'll see.
Maybe you're jinxing it.
All right, goaltending matchup. We've got Thomas Preston for the Glenbrook South Titans. Thomas Preston is a freshman, and he has some unbelievable numbers here on the varsity team. 2.41 goals allowed average and a .911 save percentage. On the other side of the ice, it is Brock Harrer for the St. Viator Lions. 2.27 goals allowed average and a .928 save percentage. We are underway here for the final game for the Titans until January 5th, Tommy, your birthday, as this shot is stopped by Thomas Preston. Blake Hoffer gets this one ahead. Here's Benji Pajerski trying to get it back to Hoffer, but intercepted by Hong. St. Viator controls in their own zone. They can't get it out past Ben Stevens, who gets it down to the corner, but intercepted by the Lions, as now they'll play this one ahead. Titans looking to snap a 2-game SHL losing streak, as this one's in on net, save made, rebound covered up by Preston for a whistle, as the Titans on Saturday lost 2-1 to Glenbrook North, and on Sunday 3-2 in a shootout against New Trier Green. So still got that point, Tommy, but definitely want to find a victory.
Yeah, I think it's time for these guys to come out sharp after, you said 2 losses?
Yeah.
After 2 losses, I think it's time they come out real sharp for this game and show that they're here to play and show it to the rest of their teammates that they want to make a statement.
Especially with the, last game before the holiday break, you want to give it your all, knowing that you're going to get some rest after this.
Yep.
Here's Surma over the line, left wing side, fires a shot. That one blocked and deflected down into the corner. Adam Sokol right in front of the net, centered it, but it could not get buried. Now back out to neutral ice. Frank Surma will take it. Back in his own zone, play it out to Cesario. Surma and Cesario, the 2 goal scorers in Sunday's 3-2 loss to New Trier. Now Surma trying to shot that one, blocked in close by Hogan. This one goes up high, gloved down by Cesario. As they battle for it in the corner, now played out by St. Viator. Here comes Connor Sibitroff, the sophomore who's made a name for himself here in the SHL, including in Viator's recent 3-2 overtime win against New Trier Green. Scored the game-tying goal and the game-winning goal against the Trevians. Now Kolpins down below the goal line. Koenig trying to play it back up high, but Zach Boris able to get it out to the neutral zone. Now this one tipped ahead by Rice. Chasing after him is Weller. Aiden Weller couldn't get it. Now Koenig centers it, looking for a tip in front. They couldn't find it from Kulpins. Now Rice back to Kulpins, he shoots. That one just missed the net, maybe a piece for Thomas Preston. Now here comes Aiden Weller for the Titans. He'll chip this one down to the far side. Nice flow here early on in the game, Tommy. Not a lot of whistles. Shots on goal, 3-0 in favor of the Lions. Titans still looking for their first. As this one sent all the way in. Pukala behind the net. Pressuring is Lytel. But Pukala will take it as he whiffs the puck. Here's Lytel trying a shot. Couldn't get enough of it as there was a stick in the way. Now he centers it. Boris in front of the net. Could not get a stick on it either. If you're joining us late, Dylan Ward and Tommy Maher in the broadcast booth here at Glenview Ice Center. Mulvey takes a shot. That one stopped by the blocker of Brock Harrer. And now he'll cover this one up for a whistle. 14:01 to go in the second. Still scoreless early on.
I think South's defense has been taking a lot of pressure. A couple shots on net already. But they've been handling it pretty well. I mean, the goalie has just been stopping everything. He's been a brick wall. I also want to point out for the people out there that obviously can't visualize this game, we got a lot of fans here. We got a decent crowd here backing up their team before the winter break. And I think that was important for them after those 2 losses to come out here with a little bit of a crowd, Christmas music playing, and
yeah, ugly sweater night here at the rink. I didn't have an ugly sweater, so I wore this, but Gerard told me it's ugly enough.
It's pretty beautiful, to be honest. It's quite the opposite.
We've got some nice looks. We got Brad Cesario. His ugly sweater is a University of Wisconsin fleece. Gerard's got a Blackhawk sweater. All right, Higgins up to Weiss, tipping this one ahead, but it gets forced back out to center. Now this is grabbed by St. Viator. It's Adam Papiel. I'll send this one down. Goes to the far side for Preston. Now Ryan Mulvey, the Titan captain, wearing number 14, back passes it to McPherson. Cole McPherson in his own zone. Long stretch pass finds Weiss, as just unable to hang on to the puck was Jonah Weiss. Good idea, though, by the Titans, as they'll work back with it in their own zone. Weiss back for Mulvey. Ryan Mulvey spins. 14 trying to get the puck from 14. Now it's out to neutral ice and brought back over the line by Speck. Hill fire this one in, deflected up high and out of play by Preston for another whistle.
I think they got to start putting some pressure on offense. They're taking a lot of heat right now. The goalie's just taking a lot of heat right off the bat. Luckily, he's staying sharp, but you know, I think they got to put a little pressure on the other side. So,
well, we got the first line out there now. As you'll notice, Blake Hoffer, number 8 for the Titans, easily the biggest guy out there on either team. He is that one, Tommy, that I was telling you pre-game has committed to University of Illinois as a left-handed pitcher, number 8 for the Titans. Wow. We get a whistle for the net coming off its post. He's only a junior, by the way, so hockey more of a hobby for him.
Yeah, and he's still playing. He's on varsity, you know, getting a lot of playing time. I think with this game, too, I think a lot of the sport is coming out with a lot of momentum. I think whoever comes out with the most, like, aggressive attack, at least right now, it seems like it's St. Viator, but if South could do that, you know, I think it sets a tone for the rest of the game.
I think in all sports, Tommy, momentum may be the biggest factor in hockey. I would say baseball as well, but in a much different way.
Yeah, very different. But it's
momentum's
still all
a very
the same
real
thing.
thing.
Definitely.
Yeah. You can get it on your side.
And this is more a game of team camaraderie and like communicating with your teammates.
Yes.
Baseball's a lot different than that.
Baseball is really just a series of one-on-one games if you think about it. Here's Lee with a slap shot, one-timer, and Thomas Preston able to make that stop.
Similar to basketball in that sense.
Yes. Now Surma centered it. Cesario couldn't tip that one ahead. He hits a man down below the line, as now it's taken by O'Neal. O'Neal out to Civitrov. Pardon me, Loftus. He will loft that one in. Chases after it down below the goal line. Now back up high. Here's a shot. That one blocked by Will Fagan. Now a stretch pass finds Hoffer. Here he is on a breakaway. Blake Hoffer scores! Had a man on his tail, but found some space between the left post and the goaltender. It's 1-0 South.
Is that 2011 Patrick Kane? Did you see that move?
Yeah, that was sweet.
Patrick Kane's shootout move from back when they were in the golden era.
You know what? I might have not gotten that replay, folks, but yeah, that's not a replay.
Took full advantage.
Replay of the celebration, but as you see, Blake Hoffer, the D1 baseball commit, gets his 15th goal of the SHL season. He's the team leader in points with 26.
All about taking advantages of opportunities in this game, especially like that. I mean,
right.
You only get so many chances to do something like that, and he took full advantage.
The recipient of the long stretch pass. We'll have to see who got credit. Will Fagan, yeah, of course, Will Fagan with the assist. You've got the Fagan twins on this team, Tommy, who are two very big bodies for sophomores. Like to play a physical game. As you see Luke now with the puck. Will wears number 76. Luke Fagan chips this one off the far boards. Down it goes. Speck tries to get it out. It's kept alive by Boris, left side, but now it comes free. And it's brought out by Civitroth of the Lions. Tommy, we talked about these teams' records coming into this game. St. Viator probably the favorite, as the Titans 10-6-3 on the SHL season. Meanwhile, St. Viator 13-5-1, but that 1-0 lead is huge.
Yeah, and sometimes when you have those three at the end as a third digit, it kind of makes you feel like luck's not on your side as a team. So, you know, every game is important after that, especially playing teams like this. It makes you show yourself and your team, every person on this team internally shows themselves that they can hang with the big boys, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you feel like luck might not be on your side if you have a season like that or a record like that or things don't go your way or this or that. But
Titans
winning
called
these
for
games
offsides here. Yep, right call. As we get back to live play, here come the Titans. It's Lytle right in on net. Couldn't get that one past Harrer. It's Brock Harrer, Tommy. I've been working in high school hockey for a while. Has been St. Viator's #1 goaltender for a long time now. It's not often that you see goaltenders wear a letter on their chest, but he's an alternate captain for Tim Benz and company. Here's a centering pass. That one wouldn't go. As a matter of fact, the head coach of St. Viator, Tim Benz, is a former Glenbrook South Titan and played hockey under the coaching direction of Jim Philbin, who remains behind the Titan bench for, I believe it is now his 35th season as the coach of the varsity team.
Small world.
Although I don't see him tonight, Tim Benz behind the bench. I see his brother Chris Benz. We saw him while we were walking in too. As now Higgins settles this one down, gets it ahead for Charlie Preston, the older brother of the starting goaltender for the Titans. Now ahead to Higgins, he fires a shot. Getting that one with his blocker is Harrer. Now battle for the puck, far side half board near the corner. Weiss centers it, now right in front. Swooping in there Preston, but he couldn't get it to his forehand. As the Lions clear this one out, goes all the way down. Will it go far enough? No, Ryan Mulvey will play it, so we will play on. 5-5 your shots on goal. Blake Hoffer on a breakaway, assisted by Will Fagan with a pass from his own end, is your lone goal so far. Still waiting for our first penalty, as the Titans have now gone 3 straight games without a power play.
Wow.
And now Cesario near side corner. Cesario over the line, right wing side. Looking to get around Hogan. Hogan knocks him into the boards. As now behind the goal line, it gets played to the far side for Loftus. Loftus lifts it in the air. It comes out to neutralize. Newhouse couldn't settle it down. And it's taken by Aiden Weller of the Titans. Weller off the near board. Cesario chips this one in. Taken back by the Lions. They'll try and get it out of the zone. Instead, they'll play it back. Jiang Hong, who scored the OT winner, 1-0 the score of that one over the Stevenson Patriots recently in a big rivalry game for the Lions. Here's a shot by Weller, that one wide. Rebound flipped out of the zone by St. Viator. Now this is Sokol over the line. Goes off a body and it's played out to the neutral zone where Weller backhands it in. Aiden Weller intercepts, goes over to Luke Fagan. And dumped right back in once again. So Tommy, you played hockey for a little bit at a young age. What was that age that you played? As Hoffer takes a shot, looking for a second of the game, stopped by Herrick.
You know, I think it was like 10, but I really wanted to say this. So after that goal, have you noticed the momentum change? As we were talking about momentum earlier, you know how much more aggressive they're being, how many more shots they're taking. Like it seemed like
offensive zone time as well.
Yeah, the whole game was on the left side with South on defense the whole time. Ever since that goal, they've been firing them from the blue line.
It's a good pickup by you, Tommy, as we continue here in the offensive zone for Glenbrook South.
That's right.
Here's Stevens centering this one. Here's Hoffer again. He shoots that one, stopped by Herrer. Now Stevens throws it up high. Hoffer just out of his reach. Weller keeps it in the zone. Taken away by Sibitroff, and here come the Lions looking to build some momentum of their own. Luke Fagan knocks into Priswara. And Pepe Laboy III now with the puck. As that's one of my favorite names to say on the broadcast every night when the Titans play St. Viator.
That's a good one.
As now Hoffer over the line, right wing side. Has some pressure on him. Being pinned up on the near side boards, and now you see why we stand here on the top row of this bleachers, Tommy, because even up here we couldn't see what was going on down in that corner.
Yep, I'm fully aware now. I can see everything.
It's a tough view here at Glenview Ice Center. As, of course, it's the Titans' home rink, so we do most of our broadcasts here. But it's probably me and Gerard's least favorite rink. We talk about it all the time. Here's a shot, glove save made by Preston as he swallowed that one up.
Really? Least favorite rink?
Probably, just based on our setup. There's a lot of other rinks where we're higher up. We have maybe a booth.
What's your favorite?
Probably either Northbrook or the Edge. That's a nice glove save made by Preston. We'll get a look at the goal cam.
Yeah, goalie's doing his thing down there. I mean, he's...
Freshman,
really?
Yeah. It's pretty unbelievable.
Wow.
He's been the Titans' #1 guy all season long. Here's this one fired wide.
Maybe he'll have an A on his chest in a couple years, too.
Oh, you better believe it. Future is bright between the pipes for Glenbrook South hockey. Lytle gloves this one down, has it at the left side, fires a shot, that one high of the net. Dylan Lytle still waiting for his first, or no, pardon me. I was thinking of someone else. Now here's Cole McPherson behind the net, lost the puck momentarily, but we'll play it to the near side for Bennell, who goes back down below the goal line for Mulvey. 9-7, your official count, and shots on goal as we close in on the 5-minute mark of the first period. 1-0 for the Titans. Blake Hoffer with the goal on a breakaway. Beautiful move as, Tommy, you referenced Patrick Kane when he scored that one, right?
All right, first thing I thought of.
Now a stuffed chance wouldn't go as it's centered back up high. Here's Bear, but knocked out of the zone, not quite by Preston. Now here's a shot from way up high off the stick of Finn Hogan. Swallowed up by Preston. He hangs on for another whistle.
Look at the freshman. That's impressive. I mean, can you imagine the confidence he'll have as a senior if he spends 3 years doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, wow. I mean, and he's keeping them in this game. They're taking shots, but, you know, those big saves in the beginning changed the whole game, and now they're up 1-0, and that's why we have all the momentum, because of the goalie. Apparently he's a freshman, I just found out, which is very impressive.
Yeah, it's been a spectacle for sure.
Indeed it has.
Dylan Ward, Tommy Maher here on the broadcast. My cousin. Who knows Brody Bro? First cousin, yes.
And first cousin with Brody Bro, too. Well, second.
Listen, my mom is one of 7. My dad's one of 8. If I'm talking about a cousin, it's most likely going to be a first cousin.
The odds are in your favor.
Yeah.
Though. Brody Bro might be your cousin. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. They say that any person is probably like your 7th cousin or something.
Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah. We wonder how true that is. I'm going to take an ancestry test.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe we'll find out we're cousins.
Or not at all.
Yeah, we'll find out we're not. That's what'll happen.
We're brothers.
Good to have Tommy on the broadcast. We have a little bit of history of video making, Tommy.
That's right.
If you head to YouTube, look up Super Monkey Ball.
Please don't. Yeah, please don't.
Back in 2014. My voice sounds a little bit the same. Tommy's not quite.
I think it sounds the same when I hear it. I mean, no one likes to sound their own voice, but yeah, I wasn't very involved in the broadcasting, but Dylan's been doing this since, I mean, how old were you?
When I started broadcasting?
Yeah.
I guess it was my senior year of high school.
No, like we were broadcasting.
Oh, you mean like making videos?
We played video games and we broadcast
games,
ourselves. I mean, this kid believes in what he's doing.
Yeah, I guess I never even thought of it, but that's how it started.
Yeah, this kid believes in what he's doing, for sure.
Appreciate that, Tom. Here's Sibitroth pulling it ahead. It's a 2-on-1 for the Lions. Sibitroth scores! What a shot from the sophomore against the freshman. And St. Viator ties the game 1-1.
That was a big turnaround. Puck drop by the face-off over there real quick. I think I jinxed the goalie.
This will be a good angle of the shot. Wow.
That was a good shot.
Top left corner. And Connor Sibitroth with his 4th goal of the season.
They took control of that face-off real quick and brought it right down the ice. I mean,
and we're still in the middle of our conversation.
Literally.
All right, so 1-1 your score. Titans struck first. St. Viator just answered on their 12th shot on goal. The first one past Thomas Preston. Here's Ryan Mulvey now to the far side. Frank Surma still inside Titan territory. Now Tommy, we'll have to see what happens in terms of momentum after that one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting now that it's even.
Saw the Titans, a lot of momentum after their first goal. A hit down in that far side corner. Some bodies go down.
I wish I knew a synonym for that word, but yeah, we've been using it a lot. But it is a big part of every sport, especially sports like this where it's tight, back and forth, 24/7.
The thing is, especially as a broadcaster, Tom, you try to avoid using the cliches, but so many of them are just such a good way to describe them.
Literally, yeah. Especially to like
why they're cliches.
A broader like audience too, like more people would understand it if you explain it that way.
It's been an entertaining game. Lots of chances both ways. Some good saves, some nice goals.
Very even so far, I feel like.
Still got a lot of game left here at Glenview Ice Center.
Neither team has ran away with like a big, momentum shift. I hate to use the word again. But.
No, you're fine, man. I've used that word so many times on the broadcast.
I feel like a sport like baseball, though, has more of a momentum shift because you have more time to think about it. Like sports, where you have time to like sit and think. I don't know.
Yeah, hockey, it's like adrenaline-based momentum. Baseball, it's mental-based momentum.
Yeah, but like in any sport, you start to beat down yourselves as things don't go your way.
Yeah, especially for you, Tommy, as a former pitcher.
Yeah, that's a complete mental game.
I can only imagine that.
I can imagine the goalie has a similar. I mean, look at the goalie right now. After you let up a goal, you have to sit down there for 2 minutes by yourself thinking about it.
We've got him in the corner of your screen. A little live view of him.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
And you got to have short-term memory and bring yourself back to where you were at before the goal.
And I assume not only do you like his play style, Tommy, but I'm sure you're a fan of his name. Thomas.
What a great name.
Here's a shot and a goal. Evan Bonnell took the shot from the left circle And somehow that squeaked past Harrer. We'll have to take a look at the replay on that one, but the Titans have taken the lead.
That one looks like it leaked in the net.
Innocent looking shot, and
just leaks right through the 5-hole.
Our behind the net cam, it looks like he was out of position. Didn't have a lot of time to react, or maybe more time than we thought, but
yeah, a lot more time.
Left that 5-hole open. And
yep, didn't get that right leg down.
All right, so there you go. Glenbrook South back to the lead 2-1. Evan Bunnell with the goal. And how about his first SHL goal of the season in the regular season? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Evan Bunnell has scored a couple in tournaments here and there, but his first goal in league play.
Many more to come.
Closing in on the final minute of period number 1.
So now you think about the mental game of the goalie for South. He sees the other goalie let up a goal. It probably takes a lot of pressure off his shoulders.
Especially a goal like that, where you could blame it on the goalie.
You know, it's similar to baseball with the score. When the pitcher gets a little bit of a lead, he gets some insurance, and he has less pressure on him to let up a goal or a run.
Look at that, Tommy, the baseball analogy coming in there.
Yeah,
sure when Blake Hoffer watches back this game, he'll know a couple of things what you're talking about.
I hope he does. Hope I'm right, but I could see it similar.
As the goalie makes the save, they have not stopped the clock. Now they do.
You know, so as a what I'm saying is, as a pitcher, it's 1-1, right? And I end the inning, and I come into the bench, and I'm sitting there, and our team scores a run. I come out with 20 times less pressure, knowing that if I let up a run, it's just a tie game. We're still in it. Rather than going out tie game, if I let up any runs or even a hit, I'm in trouble.
Well, that's what's so different about baseball is like when you're a pitcher and your team's on offense. Here's a goal, but waved off, high stick. I think that was the right call. Wow. Not too many complaints. We'll have a look at the replay. It was deflected from the shot from the point. Yeah. Cesario knew it immediately. He didn't even have to watch the ref wave it off. This'll, yeah, that's way above the crossbar. Can't do that. So no goal, and the faceoff comes all the way back down to the Titan zone. And with 20 seconds left, that could be critical. Here's a pass up to the right point. Bukala sends it down deep. 12 seconds left. Now right in front of the net, Will Fagan will just play keep away behind his goaltender's net. Fire it down, and time runs out on period number 1. It is 2-1 Glenbrook South. The goals from Blake Hoffer and Evan Bunnell, while the Lions goal came from Connor Sibitroff. 12-12 your shots on goal after 1. We've got a lot of action here so far at Glenview Ice Center. Brad Cesario on scoreboard, Gerard Boris, your technical engineer. Dylan Ward here in the booth, joined alongside my cousin Tommy Maher. And Tommy, what do you make overall of those first 17 minutes of play?
I think it's huge. First of all, that they took the lead before the period ended. That goal was interesting. It leaked right through.
The second goal?
You know, but it's a big game changer for them. And I think, you know, they started off a little defensive, and then I don't know what it was, but my theory was intimidation from a team that they thought might have been.
Yeah, there it is again.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's going to play out huge for them. And then they came out a little defensive, but eventually they got a little more aggressive after they scored, and I think that played out well for them. And it's funny because it feels like they had so many more shots, but they have the same amount of shots at the end. So I think they were firing it. I think they were aggressive. I mean, but they were still playing defense. The goalie's doing his thing. I think they're playing well right now.
All right, well, second period's coming up shortly. We see Thomas Preston head to the other goal as the teams will switch sides here in period number 2, and a fresh 17 minutes are on the clock.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead, Tommy.
So we talk about me and baseball, blah, blah, blah. What is something you've learned from watching hockey for this long and broadcasting for this long? What is something you've picked up on the game, like is a real difference in teams that are good versus teams that are like, that can't compete as much?
I mean, it kind of might be an obvious one, Tommy, but puck movement in the attacking zone. A lot of teams that don't have the best records they won't try and find that perfect lane. They'll just if they have any kind of path to the net, they'll fire a shot. You got to be unselfish. You got to, you know, get it to your teammates. Trust your teammates to take the shot if they think it's a good idea. And a lot of great teams in Illinois, like New Trier, Loyola, Glenbrook North, all of them have just outstanding puck movement in the attacking zone. Some great.
Do you think
passing.
that's more practice or like connection with the teammates?
I think it's a little of both, but as a coach, one big thing is you got to figure out what lines work well together, and especially at the high school level where it's a little less professional, and you know, chemistry is maybe even a little bit of a bigger part than it would be in other levels of hockey.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, that's a great insight. I've never thought about that.
Thanks, Tom.
I'm glad I asked.
All right, Titans go from right to left, and the Lions from left to right in period number 2. Before we have our Zamboni, this one's out to neutral ice. Here's Przwara coming into the zone, takes a shot, and he scores from the right circle. Nice release. As we go back and forth here at Glenview Ice Center, it's all tied up at 2.
Was that the blocker side on the last goal too?
Yeah.
The last goal was
left corner.
Top shelf. Was it blocker side too?
Yeah. And here's this goal.
It looks like they maybe found a weakness. I mean, maybe I just noticed it, but maybe not even a weakness. It's the first game I'm watching, but you know, that's 2 now. They might start aiming for that a lot more.
Yeah, almost a identical video from behind the net of the first goal.
Nothing he can't change. I think this goalie is very solid at what he's doing, especially as a freshman.
He is, and he's seen a lot of shots, especially through one period.
Yeah, and I've watched one hockey game in a year, so have I. But
hey, you came over and watched the Blackhawks game the other night with Jimmy.
That's right.
Big win for the Hawks last night. They beat the Washington Capitals, the 3rd best team in the NHL.
Wow.
Came back in the 3rd period. They were down 2-0 as well.
That's a miracle.
Yeah, tell me about it. But anyway, speaking of carrying leads into the 2nd period, the Titans did carry the lead into the 2nd period. They're 5-1 when they do that. Their only loss was on that Saturday game against Glenbrook North, where they led 1-0 after the first, lost 2-1.
You said that whenever they go into the lead after the first period, they're
5-1.
Okay, that's a good sign.
As they have not stopped the clock again. I don't know who's down there doing clock today, but Gerard, who is that? Gerard, who is that doing clock? Do you know? What? That's Jason Weiss? Oh yeah, I guess it is. All right, well.
Is he a veteran?
Not quite. All right, 2-2 at the Glenview Ice Center. Oh, man, this is what happens when you bring your cousin up to the booth. Here's a crash to the net. Here's a shot. Could not chip that one above Preston. As now the Titans come out through neutral ice. Koenig takes it away. Now Boris goes to Lytle. Dylan Lytle back into the Titan zone. McPherson over to Mulvey. Here's the captain. Ryan Mulvey out to Dylan Lytle. Lytle over the line. Fires a shot. That one blocked by Pukawa. As we remain without a penalty in the game, don't forget we have our penalty guesses in order. As David Ventura, who is absent for this game, did say he wanted to be included in the penalty game, although when I asked him his guess on text, he did not respond. So he has forfeited his chance in today's penalty game.
He might be the only one that's right.
Yeah.
No answer.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true, because that's interesting.
Maybe that was his answer.
There hasn't been a penalty against the other team the Titans have played in the last 3 games.
Why do you think that is?
I have no idea.
Interesting.
I think these teams realized we started doing our penalty game, and so now they don't want to. They probably hear us down there.
That is definitely the reason.
This one back up to the right point, tipped by the Titans. This one bounces into the penalty box, out of play. 13:24 to go in the 2nd period. We've got a wild one so far 2-2 the score. Your Titan goals coming from Blake Hoffer and Evan Bonnell.
We got 2 shots on net from Viator this period, 0 from the South. It's still early, so.
In spite of 2 goals allowed on both ends of the ice, Tommy, I would argue that so far it has been a nice goaltending battle.
Very good goaltending performance on both sides.
So we talked about those goalie stats coming into this game. Spectacular on both sides. Brock Hare, the veteran, versus Thomas Preston, the freshman. Quite the battle.
Yep, I mean, it's very impressive. I mean, even right out of the gate from this first period, there were shots fired on these guys, and they came out prepared, so they weren't sleeping.
Icing there. That'll bring the face-off back to the Titans D zone. Circle to Preston's right. As you said, Tommy, 2-0 the shots on goal in favor of the Lions in the period.
That's right. It's been down in our end most of this period, no?
Yeah, so far. About 4 minutes through the period. As now Cesario will send it in. Knocked out. Trying to say something there, Tommy? Or? Now here's Loftus. He pokes this one ahead of Fagan, tries a shot, and it leaks through. It looked like Thomas Preston had it absorbed, but the ref pointed to the net, and St. Viator has taken their first lead of the night. We'll take a look at the replay on that one. Are you looking for the goal scorer's name?
No, what's the goalie's name?
Thomas Preston. Oh, and look at our behind the net camera. It looks like it has come down, as we can see it down there.
Technical difficulties, folks.
So we're actually not going to get our behind the net view of that goal, unfortunately, but we'll look at it one more time on the main cam. Hard to tell how that one went in. It looked like Preston had that right post covered up.
He looks like he's beating himself up about that one. He'll be fine. There's a lot of game left.
Yeah, a lot of game left, but Titans led 1-0 and 2-1. So the first lead of the game for St. Viator is, Tommy, it looks like we've got a high-scoring affair on our hands.
We do. We got a shootout here in the works.
Maybe it will be decided in a shootout to get all the way there.
Maybe it will be decided on a penalty.
Yeah. Here's Hoffer with a shot into the glove, looking for his second goal.
Penalty shot?
Penalty shot, maybe. You never know what you're going to see when you come to the rink.
You never know.
As you know, you talk about baseball, Tommy. My dad always says every time he watches a baseball game, the announcers will say, "Well, Jim, that hasn't happened in 117 years." It's like he's always saying, how the heck is all of this stuff happening for the first time ever?
I mean, there's 30,000 things going on at one time, and 117 years, one thing hasn't happened.
Civitroth's shot gets blocked by Luke Fagan and out to neutral ice. Nice pass there. It finds Pajerski. He takes a shot, that one high of the net. Tried to get his own rebound on a backhander, could not.
Great pass.
As it's back out into the neutral zone. Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, now that you said that about the passing and the puck movement, I'm really looking for it now.
Yeah, especially when you have that sustained possession in the attacking zone. I mean, rushes are important too, but just watch the passing when the team has it in the offensive zone.
Yep, totally. That's at any level too, you can see it.
Hoffer with the zone entry. Got it taken away. Now LeBoy the third. Give him credit for a 90-foot shot on goal.
So I don't watch high school hockey that much, but I'm wondering why they don't set up the puck, and like most of these kids or most of these players are going for breakaways and trying to like deke everyone out. Do they ever set up in their zone and like pass it around with some puck movement?
Yeah, definitely.
I've yet to see that.
Yeah, sometimes. As this one's backhanded in right off the face-off. Rebound given up and swatting that one home. James Rice for only his second goal this season. 4-2 is the lead for St. Viator.
Right spot, right time. I mean, he was just there.
Look, our replay starts with the face-off.
I think that's the second goal after a face-off they've scored.
Yeah, you're right.
Interesting.
As we have Mitch Adams now on the camera, taking over for Gerard, who is hustling down there to fix our goal cam.
Mitch Adams, what a great guy he is. Met him tonight.
Oh, you met Mitch?
Yeah, beautiful
nice.
soul.
Wait, what?
Unless I'm mistaken, who Mitch is.
You met Gavin, you met Brad. Is this one shot on net? Live TV, folks. Here's Zach Boris poking this one ahead. Backhand try. That one stopped by Harrer. Now Lee takes the puck for St. Viator. Plays it off the far boards. Oh, man, I can't invite my cousins to the booth. I'll just start laughing.
This is why I've only done this twice.
Tommy, you and I have had lots of laughs over the years growing up together.
Too many. I mean, even since we were doing monkey ball.
Yeah.
How many years ago was that?
That's 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
2014.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like we're doing the same thing right now sometimes. At least for me. Dylan's been practicing a little longer.
I'm a professional at this point in time.
I'm still in training.
Doing a great job.
Appreciate that.
Higgins will fire this one in, and especially a good job after the last time you did this, Tom, 3 years ago.
Yeah, that was bad. He told you to go listen to that in the beginning. Please do not go listen to that.
Yeah, I don't think it exists anymore.
Copyrighted.
That was
it took it down.
That was pre-YouTube days. That was the radio days.
Mm-hmm. So everything was live. Even worse.
As now this one's played out into neutral ice, picked up by Jiang Hong. Now O'Neill takes a shot, more of a shot pass now right in front of the net. Preston can't cover it up. They scramble for it, and eventually play is blown dead. Thomas Preston keeping that one out.
Huge save right there.
As it looks like we do have our right side net cam fixed, so we'll take a look at the replay of that as soon as we get done with the main cam replay. Looks like he's still setting it up. Oh yeah, nice save with the right pad too. Just tracking that puck all the way.
Yep. I mean, look at the reaction time on that. That was pretty good. I mean, finding the puck that quick and just improvising and finding it, that's what he needed to do.
Still no penalties in the game as we approach the halfway mark of regulation. Titans once led 1-0. And also 2-1. But the last 3 pucks to the net have been St. Viator. Now right down low between the legs. Loftus tried to do something fancy there, nearly had it. Just missed the net with that one. Now he tries a backhander. What a save! No, it's in.
I thought he saved that too. It looks like he saved it with his glove.
And it is 5-2.
I said, what a save, right with you.
As Loftus gets his second of the night. Let's have another look at that one. As this puck, there's a guy just to the right of where your screen ends. As oh man, it really looked like he got that one with his glove. As this is your behind the net look. As we've got a timeout called here by the Glenbrook South Titans. Just trying to
that momentum.
Yeah, St. Viator has certainly found some momentum here. 4 unanswered goals. It was once 2-1 Glenbrook South. Now it's 5-2.
And no whistles
Viator.
Really from the ref.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been no stoppage of gameplay. It's been a continuous.
No penalties, only like an icing here and there.
I mean, that might be partly due to why they've scored 4 in a row. I mean, there's been no stoppage of play. They get hot, they keep going, they keep going. But you know what? If they can do it, we can do it too.
So look at the shots on goal as well. 24-15. And Tommy, in the period, look at this. 11-3 St. Viator in the second period.
Yeah, I mean, they doubled their shots.
With goals for St. Viator by Connor Sibatroth first, then Albert Przwara. Ryan Loftus has 2 tonight. And James Rice.
Is there any change you've noticed and why that might have happened, or am I missing something?
What, the momentum shift?
No, why they've gotten so many more shots on that, and like you know, I thought they were doing pretty well in the first period.
Hockey's funny that way. I mean,
that's true.
Sometimes even just that break will throw you off.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players I know that would actually prefer to just play on the snowy ice in the third period and not even go to the locker room just because they like to stay warm. And I mean, Tommy, you played baseball, and baseball is the only sport that doesn't have a formal intermission. And,
that's right, yeah.
Just play the whole way, and that momentum stays right there. I mean, the players get their own little intermissions, but the game's always going.
Right, but those same players that want to play right through the third are the ones that some days don't want to when the game's not going their way.
All right, 5-2 St. Viator. And a second period explosion by the Lions. 4 goals.
If they do it, we can do it too.
Lots of game left, Tom.
That's right.
All you need is 1. And going into that third period, down by 2 is sounds a lot better. Oh, he thought about doing the Michigan there. That was LeBoy. I don't know if you saw that, Tom.
I don't know what the Michigan is.
Oh, I'll show you at the intermission. Actually, I'll just show you right now.
Everyone listen out there. If you don't know what it is, go ahead and look it up for us.
Yeah. Now here's Pajurski. Battle for the puck.
Let me show you the intermission.
I'll just show you now. The next whistle, I'll find a good one. Here's Hoffer for the Titans, back in his own zone, or back in neutral ice, I should say. Tried to send that one in. It's high in the air. No one knew where it was, but Aiden Weller will find it. Backhand this one down into the zone. And it's now Speck, long pass, Przwara, just past him. And Luke Fagan will play it off the near board. Zach Boris out to Pajurski.
It's funny, we were talking about penalties earlier. There has been maybe, what, 1 whistle this whole game?
Yeah.
2 whistles besides maybe
basically the goals. The goals are the only stoppages.
You wonder how that changes the game.
Yeah, I think we've had like 1 offsides whistle, maybe 2 icings.
Yeah, I mean, you think about the NFL, there's flags every play.
And even this, like it looked like it was going to be an icing, but slowed down just enough. Yeah, and Tommy, you make a good point. It's already almost the end of the second period. It doesn't feel like the game's been going on for that long.
That's why in this type of game, I feel like goals are so important. Like, you get a goal, you can go on a hot streak just like Viator did, because there's no stoppage of play. You get hot, you keep going. There's no penalties, there's nothing bringing you down, there's no one going to the box, there's no power plays. And a power play is a huge power shift in the game.
All right, here's a clip of Connor Bedard doing the Michigan.
Why is it called the Michigan?
Because the first person to do it played on University of Michigan.
If he did that, we'd have to get him signed ASAP.
Look at this view of it.
That is a crazy move.
Wait for the.
He did this in a regular season game?
Yeah, last year.
Wow.
Wait, watch this.
That is insane. If you don't know what the Michigan is, look it up.
And look up Connor Bedard doing it.
I mean, that is unbelievable.
Yeah. We've seen it once or twice in high school hockey.
Have you?
Well, I haven't personally, but I've seen highlights of it.
In general.
I'm still waiting to call. Actually, no, that's a lie. I actually have seen a Michigan in a game I was calling, but I actually didn't realize it was a Michigan until my partner told me it was. I'll show you that clip at the intermission. We've got 5:19 to go in the second period. It is 5-2 St. Viator.
Are you sure that high school highlight wasn't Connor Bedard in high school?
I'm positive. It was Deacon Rose of the Carmel Catholic Corsairs.
All right.
As they have not stopped the clock again. Again, Jason Weiss down there. And now he does. So we just lost some time there.
He's got somewhere to be.
Maybe that's why it feels like the game's been going along. He might be watching college hockey down there.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got Varsity 2 versus St. Viator right after this one. I'll be joining David for that call. Tommy won't be on that one.
Yeah, someone's probably pretty thankful for that.
No, you're doing a great job. I'm having fun. All right, here's a little offensive zone possession here for the Titans. Cesario behind the net. Goes up to Will Fagan. He tries a shot, that one blocked by O'Neal, who backhands it out, but Will Fagan right there as he hits a man into the near side boards. O'Neal over the line, right wing side, fires a shot. Good save made by Preston with the blocker hand.
Great save.
Now Fagan got this one out to the neutral zone. Past Cesario, though, as Papiel. And now Loftus. Over the line, got around Will Fagan, but Ryan Mulvey swoops in to knock the puck over to the far side. Kept alive, right point. Now Loftus fires. Kicked out of there by Preston. Long pass, nice. Surma just out of his reach. He didn't touch it, so it will be an icing. 3:40 to go in the second. 5-2 Viator in the period, Tommy. Shots on goal. 16-3 for St. Viator.
Yeah, I mean, it always comes down to details, it seems like. And I don't know, hockey I feel like is less of a numbers game than other sports.
Totally.
It's completely different. It's kind of just more of a feeling. As weird as that
you could see here's Sivatroth right in front, got a shot away now, rebound. Preston made the save. Tommy, that's a really good point. I mean, so often you see teams outshoot teams 40-10 and lose the game.
Right. I mean, one of these goalies could have had their girlfriend break up with him today and having a bad day. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
Every factor plays into it.
Now right in front, Stevens settled it down. Now Hoffer tries a shot. That one wouldn't go. Some action right in front of the net. But eventually it'll be cleared out to the neutral zone. Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe some of these kids are stressing about a test they have the next day.
Final season. I mean,
well, Tommy, if you remember, Glenbrook South doesn't have finals till January.
That's right. They changed that when I was there, I believe.
Really?
I believe so.
You know, at least I think they haven't changed it back. That's what it was when I was there.
I'm assuming they haven't.
Lots of snow buildup.
It was not the right idea, in my opinion.
Yeah, you have winter break and you come back and you have finals.
I'm at Christmas just sweating at the Christmas table, just thinking about my math final.
Good times. Tommy, a 2017 graduate of Glenbrook South. As we're down to the 2-minute warning of period number 2. It would be huge for the Titans to find a third goal here to get themselves some life. They've got possession. Here's Fagan to the net. Bounces off the end boards. Goalie wanted to freeze it, but it was just out of his reach.
Keep it in your zone. Keep the pressure on.
Now Bennell up high. Weller goes back down to Bennell, left circle. Tough angle shot.
Good shot.
Stopped by the goaltender. As we're going to look back now to that scramble from about 30 seconds ago. Oh, that shot from Hoffer nearly went right in front for Stevens. And then it just comes outside the zone.
If they could keep it in the zone for the rest of this period, or almost near the rest of the period, and get one more goal for this period ends, that would be huge for them, I think. Clearly, but, you know, going into the third, it would be nice.
You don't say. Got to balance my broadcasting voice and my hanging out with Tommy Maher voice. Oh, God. We're going to be in for an interesting third period.
They're going to delete this one, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's going in the archives.
With the score as well. But like you said, Tom, there's still a lot of time to come back. One more period to go after this one.
I mean, they scored 4 goals in a period. Why can't we?
Yeah. Titans did score 4 goals against Glenbrook North a couple of weeks ago in the second period.
Anyone that's a Hawks fan knows that's possible.
Yeah. And it is kind of weird to me that some of these kids are too young to remember the Blackhawks dynasty.
I was just thinking that, I know.
But all the dads do.
What year were these? What year would a senior be born? That's a lot of math.
I guess
right
it would be 2006, 2007.
That's not too bad. So they were like an infant watching the game.
An infant. All right, 50 seconds to go. Here comes Loftus. Left it. Newhouse. Down below the line. Now O'Neal. Comes back up high. Stevens trying to get it out past the skate. Now Weller will get it out to Hoffer. Hoffer finds Stevens, or pardon me, Pajurski. Now this is Stevens. He takes a shot. Glove save made by Brock Harrer, and a good one.
And I don't want to be rude here, but it seems like they're making lackadaisical mistakes here. Like it's just missing little passes, little. Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like Viator's not doing that right now, and that's the difference in this period. They weren't doing it at all before, and now I'm just noticing it a lot.
Got to be smart out there for a full 51 minutes. It's a message from so many coaches. This one's kept alive, right point, a floater. Kind of like what you just said, Tommy. Just maybe an opportunity to move that puck a little bit, get a better scoring opportunity rather than sending that one in.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like they're not trying to pass around. They're not trying to create anything. They're just trying to get a shot off.
Well, 18 seconds to go. You got to remember also, Glenbrook South has already used their timeout after Viator scored their 4th of the period. This one deflects out to the neutral zone. Sibitroth is racing after it. Has Weller to beat. Sibitroth putting on the brakes, centered it, and what a play, but just sent wide by Pepe LeBoy III.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. He outskated those two guys. That was just pure effort.
I mean, that's a sophomore right there, number 54. And to put on, to stop like that, find his man, number 12, LeBoy, streaking in there.
Unbelievable that's the difference.
Play.
Even with seconds left in the period, they're still skating full speed, trying to make a play.
Yeah, wow, that did not miss by much. That would have been a highlight reel goal. As we got Jason Van here in the broadcast booth, and we're going to take a break here on the South Hockey Network. Don't go anywhere. We've got the 3rd period coming right up. Dylan Ward and Tommy Maher. We'll see you in about 10 minutes' time. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody, live on YouTube, live from Glenview Community Ice Center. It is the Titans' final game before the winter break, and, well, it was off to a good start. They had a 1-0 lead and a 2-1 lead, but 4-0, St. Viator outscored the Titans in the second period and outshot them 20-8. And Viator has pulled ahead here. Dylan Ward and Tommy Maher up here in the booth. And remember, folks, don't be shy. Feel free to use that chat feature on our broadcast.
We can see the chat feature, so everyone put your predictions in the chat.
Yeah. Which player will score the next goal?
We'll be reading them, and we'll see what you guys think.
Yeah.
Next goal, win, whatever you guys think. Predictions.
Well, the next goal is huge, obviously, as the Titans know how to score in bunches on occasion, but they're in quite a hole here, Tommy. They're going to need 3 just to tie. Here's Cesario trying to make something happen quick as, of course, we have a fresh sheet of ice to play on now, so the puck slides a little faster out there. Sokol keeps it in, gets it down low, tipped on net by Cesario, tried a backhand shot, draws a penalty. So the Titans are going to get their first power play in 3 games. It is a hooking penalty, as we'll now take a look at our official predictions. As Tommy Speck goes to the box, and how about that, Gerard? Gerard picked Tommy Speck. He did say cross-checking, so he doesn't get the full 3 points, but we officially have our first points on the board in our penalty game. Gerard has 1 point in the standings. So congratulations, Gerard. Well done. And the Titans to the power play. It's our first penalty for either team tonight. All power plays are sponsored by RSM, and RSM's probably happy about that because they haven't had a shout out in quite some time.
RSM's got to be going nuts.
The power of being understood. But here's Connor Sivitroff, short-handed, steals it, in on net, shoots, and the save made by Preston. Connor Sivitroff looking for his second of the game, and then Pajurski will knock into Sivitroff behind the net while he didn't have the puck. And he's going to get a penalty right back. So the Titan power play lasts an entire 22 seconds, and we'll play some 4-on-4 instead.
That was a huge stop right there. I mean, that would have been devastating to see. But now that it's 4-on-4, you know, I guess we're even. But they could have taken big time advantage of that penalty. I mean, that power play would have been a huge opportunity to start the period. They're off the right way.
So
no one in the chat still.
Yeah, that's true. No one in the chat.
Come on, people.
Again, like we said, don't be shy.
Predictions. If you get it right, we'll call your name.
Once one person sends a message in the chat, lots of messages usually start to fly.
Yep, and you get a candlelit dinner with Dylan Ward if you get a right prediction here.
Yeah.
And me.
Also, I'll attend your holiday party. Clean your gutters. Here's Hoffer with a shot. That one stopped.
And that is all optional, too, folks. It is not a mandatory thing.
It's true. So 4-on-4, Tommy changes the game a little bit. While we're still at even strength, with a little bit more open ice, you can't use your normal 3 forwards, 2 defensemen. You have to make a decision. So Jim Philbin will have 2 forwards, 2D. We'll see if this can help the Titans produce anything. Viator wins the face-off. Loftus behind his net has 2 goals already tonight. Ryan Loftus can't get around Surma in neutral ice. Taken back over the line by Sokol. Back down to Surma, punches it down low. And that'll allow St. Viator to grab the puck right back. To the near side. And tipped into the zone by Loftus. It goes all the way down low. Weller near side corner. Aiden Weller over the red line. Now comes over the blue line. Gets the puck over to the left side, but just missed his target with the pass kept in the zone.
Good idea.
Backhanded down. Yeah, it was a good idea, Tom. Loftus now backhands this one deep behind the goal line. Loftus to the near side. Again, Loftus with 2 goals already tonight.
You know, when I used to play, they would say, my coaches would always tell us, try to find a way, any way to put the puck in front of the net, no matter what. And just have, if you got guys around there, I mean, if you got enough pressure on, it'll find its way in. I mean, that's happened for Viator a couple times tonight, so.
Yep.
I'd say put some pressure on, get some people around the net, and just find a way to just put it in front of the net.
Always assume there's going to be a rebound.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. You never know where the puck will bounce.
as the Titans send this one in. The Titans were down 2-1 coming into the third period last time they played St. Viator and came back to win that game. Here's Newhouse with a shot, that one high of the net, but the hole a little taller to climb for the Titans as they remain down by 3, trying to avoid 3 consecutive losses heading into the holiday break. Hoffer will send that one down just in time while shorthanded. Pajurski comes out of the box, and we are playing 5-on-5.
I hate to say it as a South fan, but it seems like they're just playing more lazy hockey, to be honest. They're not paying attention to detail. They're making passes just like that. And,
remember, boys, you get some time off after this game. Give it your all for these last 13.5 minutes. And, you know, in spite of what the scoreboard says, you got to play that 51-minute game, or, 60-minute game, as they say in the NHL.
100%. Perfect example is the end of the last period. They rushed down the ice, beat out 2 skaters, and got a guy in front of the net for a one-time pass, shot on net.
Luke Fagan, right point. Got it down to Pajurski. Now across. Hack deep, still on sides. Hogan back down behind his net. Off the near boards, can't get it out. Pajurski swoops it down low. Harrer out of his net to settle it down and play to the near side. That one goes off the ref's skate, I believe. So a break for the Titans. Luke Fagan with a shot right into the red lion on the jersey of Brock Harrer.
Do we have the referees' names? And we got something in the chat here. Loving the broadcast, and Cousin Tommy needs to be a regular on the broadcast. That's got to be someone we know.
That's SHL fan 123. He leaves lots of comments.
SHL fan 123. I really appreciate that. You have no idea. Laggy on anyone else's end?
Well, not ours, but we're watching in person.
And SHL fan 123, you get a candle at dinner with me and Dylan.
yeah. Tommy can come along too if you want.
And that is optional.
And well, it's optional for us. It's mandatory for him to show up to the candle.
That's right. We'll take down your Christmas decorations.
Now McPherson, nice move, takes a shot. That one just trickled past the net off a deflection. So we're down to 12:05 to go. That puck touches the protective netting, out of bounds. And a whistle. Shots in the period, 2-1 Glenbrook South. Still a lot of time to go. All you need is that one goal, get some momentum. What's that? He's on the Maher side. Yeah.
Yep. Uncle Mike, if you're out there, leave something in the chat and let us know you're here.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. If anyone from our family, maybe Jimmy found his way to this stream
That's
today.
right.
As I might have to ban the cousins here because the game we did 3 years ago, the Titans lost. The game I did with Jimmy, the Titans lost. Now they're down 5-2.
I might be cursed. I might be a curse.
Yeah.
Well, I have a fan now, so I'll just start my own broadcast.
Yeah, SHL fan. Here's a shot by Hong. That one stopped. And you know what? I did also have my cousin Isaac on the Ward side of the family. And
all right,
the Titans won 6-1.
Who's number 1?
I would say, based on what you're showing me today, Tom, you're number 1.
I mean, this got to be the best day I've had in a long time broadcasting. I've only done it twice, but
yeah. Well, you were in radio class.
I was in radio class.
At GBS Doc. You know, he's just still around,
right?
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, Tommy, I can thank Tommy for getting me into radio because his older sister Katie was a senior at GBS when I was an 8th grader, and we took a field trip to Glenbrook South, and she was my tour guide because she was in student council or whatever. Yeah, and when we passed the radio room, she said, "Oh, by the way, Tommy does this. You might." If you don't know what to do for an elective, you should do this. And then I did, and now.
Little did she know.
Yeah, now I'm into this.
Dylan was by far one of the best in the class. I mean, yeah, I think this kid was born to do this.
Appreciate that, Tom.
I've been saying that for years.
It's always good to have a co-commentator in the booth with me.
Yeah, I make you look good.
I do a lot of these games solo, so.
Do you really?
Yeah.
How often? What percentage of games are you doing solo?
Pretty decent amount.
Really? How come?
A little under 50%. Well, now we have David Ventura, back from winter break, the alum. But once he goes back to school in late January, you're more than welcome to come on again, Tom.
If you want your own funeral.
Dylan Ward, Tommy Maher here in the broadcast booth with you.
You know, isn't Dylan your middle name? John is your first name?
That's true.
Like, from birth?
My full name is John Dylan Ward, and I bet you a lot of people watching at home who've known me for a few years are just learning that for the first time right now.
Fun fact.
John Dylan Ward is my name. It's kind of like Drake Bell. You know, he's Jared Drake Bell.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Mac Floor, is it still laggy on your end? Let us know.
Again, not laggy for us.
That's right. And I wish it was, because I hate my own voice. Who likes their own voice?
You know, I can't say yet that you always get uncomfortable listening to your own voice, but I will say it does not faze me nearly as much anymore just because of all this.
Yeah, I'm used to it now.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just accepted how bad it is.
Hours and hours of tape of my voice.
Right.
If anyone wants to get an AI generation of my voice, they've got some nice source material.
It's out there. I don't think anyone will be doing that.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe when I leave Glenbrook South Hockey, they'll get my AI voice to call the games.
And the guy replacing you won't even know, but they'll they'll put your voice on.
The guy, yeah, right. Yeah, it'll be some guy doing the play-by-play, but everything he says will be my voice.
And Dylan Ward's announcing tonight. The guy has no idea.
All right, Titans need a goal soon if they want to have a chance to come back in this one.
This is probably the slowest period we've had yet.
Yeah. It's feeling more like a podcast up here in the booth than actually calling a game.
A little bit.
Speck gets this one out. All the way down it goes.
The guy on the clock is actually tuning in. That game he was watching must have ended or something.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, Jason Weiss. Yeah. He's been starting and stopping that clock right on time. Absolutely elite performance by him. It's an off night for the players, but not for the dads, folks.
That's right. The dads are always on point.
Yeah. Gerard Boris, of course. Your videographer and technical engineer, Brad Cesario, always manning that scoreboard you see in the top left corner of your screen, making sure it's accurate to the clock in the rink. Here's a shot by Jonah Weiss on goal, stopped by Harrer.
Well, there it is again. They're just firing it from the blue line. I don't know why they don't try to make more of a play and let some of their players come down and try to make a passing play or, like you said, puck movement. I mean, I'm not seeing any of it.
We've got SHL fan. You want to read his new chat here?
Oh, my best friend. Accepted. Thanks for keeping it real, guys. This guy's the man.
The candlelit dinner.
All right, we'll be there. I'm free Thursday? Tomorrow?
I think I'm going to be sick that day. It's a long pass. Finds Newhouse, centered it. O'Neill takes a shot. Big save made by Preston, keeping his team in it. Here with halfway to go in the third period.
Shout out to you, SHL fan.
Now Cesario with a shot. That's a nice glove save as well. As we'll take a look at both of those chances. Here's the save by Preston, just getting enough of it with his right pad. And then this
nice
is the one we just saw against Cesario.
Second glove save in a row. I think he thinks he's playing baseball.
And that's what's great about the behind-the-net cam replays in particular, Tommy, is just getting that different angle than from what we see up here.
That replay is amazing. I mean, last time I was here, we didn't have any of that. So,
no.
I mean, it's a game changer for everyone.
Not just the people watching at home, but for us too, Tommy.
Yeah, that's
We're
what
breaking
I mean.
down the play. And
both of us.
Yeah.
People watching at home and for us.
Glenbrook South looking to end 2024 on a winning note. We remind you that they've lost 2 straight games coming into this one against Glenbrook North and New Trier Green. Now St. Viator. It's been a tough couple of games for the Titans here in league play.
Never too late for a momentum change. And mentioning the cameras, shout out Gerard for setting up the cameras. I mean, he pointed out how it works to me before the game, and you know, it's super helpful, definitely. And last time I was here, we didn't have that.
just a dad who likes doing this stuff. I mean, you know, I don't have any ties to any particular players on the team. I'm just, you know.
Well, if you had a kid, you'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
That's the only difference here.
Yeah, I think if my kid ever plays high school hockey and I'm not too busy broadcasting in the NHL, I'll be doing something just like this.
Maybe you'll broadcast him in the NHL one day.
Yeah.
You might have to adopt for that, though.
Speaking of kids, my welcome to adulthood moment was delivered by Gerard. When we first met, he asked me if I had any kids.
Really?
Yeah. And that moment right there, I'm like, I am not a kid anymore, am I?
It had to be the beard.
Yeah, the beard. It's true.
Was it a full beard at the time?
I think it was.
Yeah, that'll get you. Did you have the long hair, too?
Yeah.
Just for a visual for everyone here, Dylan's got a light scruff going on, and the buzz cut's growing back in. I don't know if he told you got a buzz cut in the summer.
Yep, I did.
And he had very long hair before. So.
End of September, so the hair is growing in slowly but surely. Now Luke Fagan, right point. That one tipped wide by Boris. Zach Boris out there, number 91, Gerard's son.
Good idea by Boris to try to tip that. Just missed the net.
So we'll see if the Titans can find any more pressure. Here's a nice pass, finding Lytell. Tries a shot, he scores! Dylan Lytell buried that one. And suddenly, it gets interesting. It is now 5-3.
He ripped that shot. My headset almost flew off from my excitement. Wow. He really just let everything go.
And this is a great pass at the blue line by Bonnell, too. Dylan Lytell.
Wow. Almost broke the netting. What a shot.
This will be a great view of it. Wow, and especially with the defender, Tommy Speck, number 7 for St. Viator, right in front.
And right back to that glove side after 2 saves.
All right, so 5-3 is now your score.
There it is. That's what we needed.
What makes that interesting, Tommy, is that 2-goal deficit is when you start seeing teams feel like they have a realistic chance to tie the game late. You know, that 3-goal deficit, you know, they're probably not pulling their goalie.
Right.
You know, it's seems
it's
just too out of reach. But once you get it down to 2 goals,
totally.
as Jason Weiss has got to make sure he's stopping that clock, especially with his team down by 2.
I wonder if the fix is in. No, but yeah, I definitely agree. 2 versus 3 is a complete difference because 1 goal, you're right back in it, and you could score a goal within an instant. So
yep, that's the thing about hockey is you really don't know a goal's going to happen until about 2 seconds before it does.
Right, exactly.
It's just so.
I'm sure we're about to see a lot more energy.
Such a
from
quick
GBS
build-up.
side in these last 6 minutes.
So your goals tonight for Glenbrook South: Blake Hoffer, Evan Bonnell, and Dylan Lytell. That's where we stand. Titans down 5-3. Sokol backhands this one down to neutral ice. Cesario pressuring. You can see the Titans a little bit of
life.
Jump in their step.
A little bit of life. That's all they needed. I'm feeling a comeback here. Predictions in the chat?
Yeah. Still just
might be a little laggy. We're not getting any
couple of messages. I mean, look at SHL fan 123, everyone watching at home. He took the leap. You know, he went outside of his comfort zone to let us know.
All right. I mean, we don't even have a face behind the name, so there's no reason to be uncomfortable.
Exactly. Heck, we don't even have a voice. You guys have our voices.
That's right. Which I apologize for.
Well, at least this is not 10 years ago where you sounded like Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I think that might have sounded better. Definitely a little more life from South right now.
Now here's Stevens right in front looking for Pajorski. Couldn't find him. As we get down to 5:10 to go in the 3rd period. Will Fagan, neutral ice, comes over the line, leaves it. Stevens try to get it back down low, but he was pressured. Sibitroff gets it out. Luke Fagan will chase it back down to his own zone. Viator nearing 40 shots on goal, as they've got the Titans beat by 10 in that category. We get a whistle here.
So St. Viator's got 5 shots on net this period. South has 7, so they're actually leading. Huh.
Under 5 minutes to go. We'll keep a close eye down to our left. see when head coach of the Titans, Jim Philbin, might go with the empty net.
You think? What time do you think?
Probably, I would say not until at least 2:30 left.
Yeah, I agree.
Down by 2.
I think they got a good chance to score within these next 2 minutes.
Yeah, maybe they don't have to. Here's McPherson. Goes across Mulvey. Titans with possession. Mulvey's shot gets tipped down below the net. Keeps it back up high. Gets it down to the left circle. Bunnell, who already has a goal tonight, tried a shot, but he got stuffed. Now here's Boris. The between the legs pass, looking for Lytle, couldn't find him. Now Mulvey back down to Bunnell. Evan Bunnell backhands this one to Lytle. Now Boris swoops in there. Good zone time for the Titans. McPherson right point will ring it around the boards. Picked up by Bunnell, far side. But Lions get it out. Chasing after it, McPherson. And the Titans will keep possession of the puck.
I think if they can set themselves up for one good shot, I mean, most of those shots have been going in all night on both sides.
High scoring game, Tommy, you're exactly right. And as Gavin and I set the line at 6.5 tonight, so if you bet the over, that hit.
Yep, by a lot.
So we get a whistle here. 3:44 to go in the third.
Was there a spread?
Spread was Viator by by 1.5. So right now the Lions are in position to cover the spread. We said GBS money line was plus 130.
Unbelievable. They're dogging our boys.
As Glenbrook South will continue to fight here. Still very much in this game, and if you only need to score 2 goals here late, 3.5 minutes is plenty of time.
Let's somehow create an opportunity for one good shot, I think.
Here's Mulvey into the zone, goes up high with it, Hoffer to the net. That one stopped. That was a pretty good shot right there. Blake Hoffer knows how to fire the puck, but it will get sent back out to the neutral zone. Grabbed by Stevens in neutral ice. Now ahead to Ryan Mulvey over the line. Leaves it for Pajurski. Goes across wide open. Hoffer shoots, and that one blocked. It gets tipped up into the protective netting, out of play.
And that all started from a missed pass from Viator when they were coming up the ice. They had a good chance there. Missed the pass, gave South back the possession, and then, you know, the puck movement is amazing right now from South in their zone. I mean, he made a behind the back pass right back to their defenseman. He passed it right to the middle, saw a guy cut.
Expert analysis there by Tommy Maher.
You like that?
As also, you got to keep in mind, Glenbrook South has already used its one and only timeout. So that's not going to be an option for them as we get later into this game. Goalie staying put. Newhouse backhands it from neutral ice on Preston's net. It'll be taken by Cesario. Now Weller, Cesario. Up ahead, Ryan Mulvey. So you have the live look at Thomas Preston in the bottom left corner of your screen. Here's Viator back into the zone. Preston will hold on to this one for a stoppage with 2:30 to go.
I think you got to wait a little longer to pull the goalie because there's too much pressure on the defense right now. I mean, they haven't held possession for... They've been holding it well this period, but, you know, I think you might have to wait a little longer. What do you think?
I would say if you can win this face-off and come into the zone, now's your time.
I would wait till 1:45.
With needing to score 2 goals, I mean, this icing gets waved off here. Ooh. As Hoffer pressuring. Now Stevens back down in that corner. Preston still in his net. Here's Luke Fagan. He gets taken down. Maybe could have been a tripping call. Won't get called.
Great job keeping in the zone by Fagan. That was huge.
Philbin with the stop sign. Now he gets the nod. Here goes Preston to the bench. And the Titans will have 6 attackers out. Empty net to shoot at for Viator as Glenbrook South looks to pressure and tie this thing up late. This one out to neutral ice. Blake Hoffer comes back over the line on sides. No, it gets called offsides.
Replay.
Let's see, it was close.
Yeah, it was definitely close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call by the official. The neutral zone draw. The Titans will stick with the empty net.
Fagan kept it in the zone though there. I mean, the puck went up. He knocked it down with his glove. I mean, that was definitely big.
You've got Bunnell joining this line. Now Pajurski off a face-off win. Got it around one defender, but not the second. Aiden Weller will skate back into his own D zone, go across for Ryan Mulvey. 100 seconds left. Mulvey to Weller. Aiden Weller now to Blake Hoffer. Hoffer over the line, right wing side. As we get an offsides, I think. Some of the Viator parents thought there should have been a penalty on the play. I didn't get a replay in time to see what that call could have been. So now another defensive face, or neutral zone face-off, I should say. I didn't get the replay in time. I see Pajerski out there with Hoffer, Bunnell, and Surma, the forwards. Now here's Pajerski getting ahead. This one sent to the near side corner. Viator able to backhand this one out. O'Neal now. Loftus chasing after the puck.
Nice
Ryan Mulvey will recover it.
Nice hit by 29.
It's Benji Pajerski. Now Surma in neutral ice, picked up by Bunnell, got it to Pajerski. Pajerski left it for Hoffer, tried a shot, maybe looking for a tip. Now here is Surma with a shot. We have less than a minute to go. Here's Weller towards the net. Stick blade goes flying, and Ryan Mulvey being chased after by Loftus. 14 versus 14. The blue and gold man will get it first.
1-4 fought his way through that one. Kept the game alive.
That's the captain, Ryan Mulvey. Now Fagan, this one taken away. Prizwara gets it over to Loftus, who had a chance for the hat trick, but could not get a clean shot. Now it's thrown in front, and Prizwara scores. It is 6-3, St. Viator Lions.
Well, it turned out to
Unbelievable.
be...
Loftus couldn't get the hat trick there.
Which one is he?
14. He's this guy right here. That would have been a hat trick.
I'm glad he didn't get it as a South fan. I'm a little biased. But yeah, I think it was all that second period. I mean, that was just, it's crazy. You can really see in this game how one period makes such a difference.
Yep. It's Tommy, without that second period, Titans would be up 3-2 right now.
That's right.
I mean, really 3-1 because there's one empty netter.
Shot second period, Viator had 20, South had 8. I mean,
and Viator is 40 right now in the whole game, so half their shots came in the second
in that one period. I mean, that's what it boils down to.
So St. Viator will tie the season series up with Glenbrook South, 1 win apiece. And the Titans drop their third consecutive SHL game heading into winter break. One more meeting between these two teams. That'll be in January to decide who takes the best 2 out of 3. But Glenbrook South's record drops to 10-7-3. So 10-10 on the SHL season. As the teams will head back to the locker rooms. Remember, only the handshake line at the end of the season series in the SHL. And well, just a tough night for the Titans, especially with that second period, Tom, as we mentioned.
Oh, maybe they'll, collect themselves. They got a lot of break here. Rest up, long winter break, enjoy time with their families, and come back ready to play. I mean, they've got a lot of season left, so you never know. And the Glenbrook South Titans officially 0-2 when Tommy Maher joins me in the broadcast booth. So this is going to be my last time. I know you guys will miss me, but if you want me back, throw it in the chat. I'll come. We can lose every game for all I care. I'm enjoying this time.
Sure, so. SHL fan 123 wouldn't mind that. As that's going to do it for our broadcast here tonight. Tommy, it was great to have you up here with me. Appreciate you hopping on.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys listening out there, and keep doing what you're doing, Dylan. I mean, he's born to do this. Like I said, I've known him for my whole life, so
really appreciate that.
Keep doing it.
All right, for our entire crew here tonight, Brad Cesario on scoreboard duty, Gerard Boris, your technical engineer, Tommy Maher, my color commentator in the booth. My name's Dylan Ward, saying we appreciate you spending your Wednesday evening with us here from Glenview Ice Center. One more time, your final score tonight. St. Viator 6, Glenbrook South 3. A long break for the Titans to enjoy time with their family and celebrate the holidays. The next one for Glenbrook South will be against the Fenwick Friars on January the 5th at the Edge Ice Arena.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everybody.
Couldn't have said it better myself. We'll see you next time on the South Hockey Network.